All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know there ain't no sound, and that's for good reason, because I didn't want you to hear me yet. So there. Anyway, welcome in, everybody, for what is going to be my first cast of the Season 17 NGS season. Tonight featuring Band for Throwing against Phoenix Rising Amethyst. Joining me tonight is the wonderful Gingy Boy. Hello, sir.
Hello, hello.
So Div C West, Band for Throwing. Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer you promotions of your channel. Mods! Get him out of here! Unless I don't have any mods, and then I'll take care of it later. But that's fine. Where was I? Band for Throwing against Phoenix Rising Amethysts. The map bans are taken place already, and Band for Throwing has taken out Alterac Pass. That's not right. They have taken out Braxis and Towers of Doom, which is sad because I like Towers of Doom. However, PRA, great map bans, by the way. The best map bans, I think. D-Shire and Alterac Pass. Heck those maps.
To heck with those maps.
Nobody likes them. Why do they even exist? Honestly, I've come around to Alterac Pass. However, D-Shire, you will never play me against anybody in D-Shire. So, are you in game already?
I am.
Alright.
Nothing will ever beat the hatred you have for that map.
It's arguably, and I actually ran a study on this, it's statistically the worst map. Based on all of my findings.
Yeah, what were your findings?
My findings were, it just sucks. I don't know. Like, I feel like you could play a really solid game the entire time and then end up losing, like, because you lost one Dragon Knight. I don't know. And, like, I guess every map is like that, but it's just, it can be really cheesy. It can be meh. Let's go Phoenix Rising Barista. A lot of supporters in here tonight for PRA. Little interesting tidbits about Band for Throwing. They've been around for a decent amount of time now. Both of these teams have. They love to scrim each other, so I expect this to be a relatively solid matchup between these two teams. Barista Gaming, exactly. Rex, can you go up and ban that suitable guy who is very clearly a bot? Oh, I think they're waiting for us to say they're ready. Do I have any sound enabled? No. We will enable the sound. All right. Faux bear bearing Amethyst. That seems excessive. He was in fact not actually ready. Alright, well, we'll wait. Our first map tonight is going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen. Which I like. Yeah, I like it.
One of our favorites.
Pretty team fighty. You don't necessarily need a traditional comp on it. You can do a lot of bruiser things. Bared for throwing. Let's go Band for Throwing, says Hoku. Oh, someone actually left. They said they were ready and then got disconnected. Let's go up, Pierre, says Last Malk. Hello, Striker, by the way. I see you in there. Ash Bash, Gossamer, all my wonderful supporters, Space Pope, of course, Gibbs, Crizzo, and everybody else lurking in the background. I appreciate everybody for being out, coming to support this Div D matchup for real as well. Always lurking. Ba, 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 ba. I'll turn up the music just a smidge. All right, we have the all clear from everybody. And we are about to get on our way. I think. Surely. Final. Action. Stukov, the first ban. Supposedly, Shogun Misa, the captain of Band for Throwing, had taught Little Barista how to play Stukov, and therefore is a permaban when playing against Little Barista, and that applies to Storm League and NGS. So,
a little tidbit.
Yeah, fun little tidbit.
Alrighty, what do we want to see tonight on Tomb of the Spider Queen?
I like to see the offlaners get involved early and often. I think on such a small map, the offlaner can really have a strong impact on this game as Paldor takes the Anduin. So healer's already being a little bit choked out, but that still leaves Brightwing available for Barista. And an absolute no-nonsense Blaze Brightwing 1-2 from PRA. And in no particular order, Nazebo Stitches, as we are speed-running this draft.
I was gonna say these picks are coming in quick. Everyone knows exactly what they want here.
Yeah, they scrim each other quite a bit, so again, it's being no nonsense. I want to see Zerg's Greymane's the striker. I wouldn't hate to see that either. I think what you have to do here is you have to go Stitches as Junkrat's banned. Or, excuse me, not Stitches, but Anubarak. I can't imagine that Band for Throwing would not ban the Anub here, but you never know. But nothing quite hard counters Stitches like the Bug. So the Bug goes down. Is there any scenario here where you just take a Sonian offlane and main tank Blaze?
I don't think so.
Because if you hook a Blaze, then there's just a Blaze with his big old body right in front of you. And you can kind of bunker to maybe save himself a little bit if he does get hook gorged.
That's true. But we see a Murden and a Testar.
We do see a Murden. Maybe we see a Haymaker?
Maybe. That's one way to deal with the Gorge combo.
Tassadar from Stuff with an F. Newly gained Diamond player as of last night. Congratulations to them on that.
Lots of wave clears so far. Very important for this map as well.
Yeah, the Zebo's going to scale really well late game. It's a Samuro in the off lane with a Tychus. Very interesting to see a Samuro come out here. What is Zergpern going to do? I mean, he's probably going to Greymane.
You know, that situation you put up earlier doesn't sound so bad anymore.
Just go Sonya. Main tank Blaze. I mean, it's... Make Genji a little bit louder. It's going to be Sylvanas. I don't know if I can... Oh, I can make Genji louder, actually. Thank you, Rexpa. We see Medivh. We could have seen a Medivh, perhaps, if they had to maybe taken a hyper carry a little bit early, but with Steph already locking that Tassadar, it kind of limits your ability to do any type of double support without a true hyper carry. But this should be an interesting matchup. We already have a Samuro, pretty meta draft here from PRA. Looking forward to a good first game. And for the first time this season, you get to see my ugly mug, a little bit fatter, a little longer hair, but I'm still here, still kicking it in the basement. Tonight, for the first cast of my Season 13 season. Anyway, from left to right tonight, we do have no... Wait, where's the... There we are. I fixed it. Okay. From left to right, we have Banned for Throwing, our home team tonight in blue. We have Techskin on the Zebo, Shogun Misa playing a Tychus. We have Zendnim on the Stitches and Peldor on the Andon, following up with Batista on the Samuro.
And for the red team PRA, we have Little Barista on the Brightwing, Zergpern on Sylvanas, Soul Shepherd on the Blaze, Steph with an F on Tassadar, and Hachimitsu on Muradin.
And I started off by clicking into the center of the map as though I were playing, so that's a good start. As both teams look to exchange blows here in the early game. Good hook already onto Bear. Good follow-up, though, by the Blaze is going to negate that damage. Samuro starting on the bottom, so it is a 4v5 in favor of PRA. Samuro now going to be rotating in middle, maybe getting a little bit of damage onto that Sylvanas, but quickly poked away. Damage early fight going in favor of PRA as they get the quicker rotations. We pull up the talents, and my god, is that a big screen. I don't have a big enough monitor to show the talents in the game. Oh, it doesn't look so bad on stream. Anyway, we have E-Build and Toad Build from the Stitches and the Zebo, respectively. W-Build looking to be coming in, and E from the Muradin. So a lot of slows. Definitely like, I think, the jump build here from the Muradin combo with that Tassadar.
For sure, and PRA here with a big advantage with the Nazebo, the Samuro, the Stitches. Not all of them are very adept in the early game here. They're going to struggle. We'll see how Banned for Throwing handles the early game.
Yeah, they're going to have to get their camps out in a timely manner. Try not to fight too much. There's a hook again onto Bear. But Hatsu looking to come in, get a stun. Not quite finding it. There's a good wall from the Tassadar. Like stun onto Nazebo, but no quite follow-up. A little bit all over the place as PRA, but they're able to effectively clear that wave and go top. Shogun Misa in the middle of the lane. Do we see an engage here from Hatsu? Just a little bit late. Good damage coming out from Pern, dodging the hook. Soul Shepherd looking to rotate mid. Not quite finding anything here, but he does have the faster wave clear early. Well, and later is that Blaze, so expect to see him making an appearance here. We'll take a little bit of a gander down into the bottom lane to see how Soul Shepherd does against this off-laner of a Samuro. Batista doing his diligence, getting 12 gems in. Meanwhile, Soul Shepherd going to be doing a little bit of poke damage to these bottom towers, doing what Blaze does best. Peldor, Shogun, Misa heading to this Bruiser camp for the side of Banned for Throwing. Meanwhile, in the right side of the map, Zergpern and Bear doing their best to clear the Bruiser as well, while mages soak. Hatsumisha has 22 gems, quite a bit of gems here already. Gems being missed there from the side of Banned for Throwing. So both camps going to be capped here almost simultaneously. Burden looking very scary towards that Nazebo as he just tries to poke out. Meanwhile, the bottom camp, Shogun and Peldor and Batista able to get that bottom camp secured while the Stitches looks on. However, with this camp being cleared here, you'd like to see PRA get some split push somewhere. 25 gems turned in. Each team almost at excuse me, almost at their turn-in. Middle camp being cleared out, but a pretty standard early game here.
So far, no big blows happening from either team here. And the first turn-in is descending.
First, Spider Butts turn-in is coming down. The shift is coming down. Here's a big engage here from Hots. Goes in. It's a beautiful wall onto the Nazebo. Does get the stun there. But there's really just not a lot of damage focus from the side of PRA. Hatsu's going in, getting the stun, and not really finding anything to follow up with. Let's see if these spiders get some value. You like to see Steph step up here, get a wall maybe at that door. That Tychus is in Narnia. I mean, he's still in Narnia, but a beautiful hook there from the Stitch. Wall just a little bit late.
Follow-up route as well.
Yep, absolutely on the same page there. Meanwhile, Nazebo in this mid lane, stepping out a little bit too far. Stun doesn't quite hit, or that could have been a dead Nazebo. So while the Sylvanas does lose her life, it's a relatively solid turn in here from the side of PRA. They're going to get all of the... Well, excuse me, they do not get top wall or towers, but the other two they do. And Nazebo very much checked a bush. Good pull there from Peldor, able to get him out of trouble, and now Shift is have to come down on to Hatsumishu. Hatsumishu. Fun fact.
Hashimitsu.
His name is Honey in Japanese. So I'm just going to call him Honey, because he changed his name away from Honey Bear purposely to stop that, and I'm going to bring back Honey. So, Honey getting absolutely gunned down there. Steph doing terrible, terrible damage to the backline of Ban for throwing. Or bots, if you will. Here comes Shepard looking for an engagement here. The Sam's not there. The stun just kind of misses. Blaze getting into a little bit of trouble. Zergpern taking a lot of damage from that Nazebo. Samuro now coming up. Level 10s are going to be just around the corner for both teams. Gorge is going to become far more of an issue for the side of PRA.
BFD is trying to find a way to turn in these gems and get their own push going.
Let me take a quick look at the talents here, and I'll remove it quickly because, again, takes up the entire size of my screen. So Blue Web Weaver's descending. 1 kill to 0 in favor of Ban for throwing. Level 10's just around the corner for both teams. There is level 10's. We see the Bunker, Archon, Avatar, Blink, and Wailing Arrow. Definitely like to see the Wailing Arrow here. They are a team fight comp. So once they go in, and it's Drill from the Odin. Steph with an F taking a lot of damage from that drill. There's a huge push here in the top lane from Ban for throwing. Comes out. The hook doesn't quite land. Looks like they're going to be able to get the top wall here, take these towers, and then rotate out. Zergpern does not have his E? He does have his E. But good job getting out of dodge. Hook lands onto the Muradin. You don't see a Gorge come out. We saw several ults come down. That was the drill. We do see the Gargantuan come out as well. No Gorge has happened yet. That's a really nice wall there. And a beautiful pull again from Peldor. All in all, still a very even game. Siege value definitely going in favor of Ban for throwing. Being able to push with those level 10s certainly made a difference on the turn-in. As Tychus now goes back to do that Bruiser camp. And it looks like PRA is going to get another turn-in here in the bot lane, just needing 4 more gems. So we actually need both Steph and Barista to turn in. And now there's all kinds of shenanigans that they could do. Stitches is completely on an island, but PRA does not know that. Yeah, the wall comes out to say, get out of my house. Red Web Weavers are descending, but well done by the blue camp. Ooh, jump is down. There is the silence arrow. Zergpern tried to get to help his team, but it's not going to be enough. Hots getting that shift from the Brightwing, but now Brightwing and Hots are on an island. Is Brightwing going to be able to get out? A good hook from the Stitches again. Brightwing needing just a little bit more help, and she will be out of dodge, and she is successfully out of dodge. Meanwhile,
what an amazing escape there.
Yeah,
right.
That was really well done by Bear, using all of those blink heals to their fullest extent. And well done on our team not leaving her out to dry there. Meanwhile, big engage here, potentially from the top lane. Looks like Peldor is caught out. He's pinged here by the Murd and does get hooked out, but that might be just enough. Here comes Archon. Steph with an F going in, getting a kill onto Peldor. First kill for PRA. Steph, though, getting really low. Shift coming out just in time. Hatsu with a beautiful stun. Xerdpern finishes him off. Tychus goes down. It's a 2-0, but a good hook onto Barista. Not sure if they have a blink. The drill is doing terrible, terrible damage. It's one of those things where you just don't see it very often, and you don't realize it's hitting you until you basically are dead. And it's like, what happened? Oh, there's a drill in a bush somewhere.
Yeah, it's the silent killer for sure.
Meanwhile, a big gank here into the bottom lane. Are we going to get a stun onto that Samuro? Yes, we do. We do see it. Is it going to be a kill? Is it going to be enough? It is. Really nice kill there from PRA to get the Samuro off the map and get those gems out of his hands. Double 10's proving to be the difference maker here for PRA. We haven't yet seen a successful hook gorge here, and that is kind of what a Stitches has to do to make this game go smoothly. And now without a middle fort or a bottom fort, it's going to be a lot harder to land those combos. But Blue Web Weavers will be descending. Bottom camp is going to make a difference here. Really surprised not to see PRA get a little bit more aggressive here. The Samuro has just spawned, and it is a 5-on-4. But they're going to be content just pushing out the lanes, clearing this next objective, and getting ready for the next fight. Ezo says Tychus misclicked all of his talents, so sad. It is a build. That is one of the builds that you can play with Tychus. This top lane.
That's what we like to call the hybrid build.
Yes, the smorgasbord, if you will.
Everything. Yeah.
This top lane is in a lot of trouble. Sam's going to be mid, but as far as this wave is concerned, it is super done. Shogun getting a good pull there again from Peldor. All the damage in the world going out onto Shogun. The armor is good, and Peldor's doing everything he can, but it's not going to be enough. The Tychus will fall. Zerdpern is on an island as Barista's getting run down. Really nice escape there from Zerdpern. However, the drill... Oh, it's just enough. Just enough to get out of there. Zerdpern is... Oh my gosh, one auto attack would have killed him. Good dodge there from Steph, making sure she doesn't die from the wave. Good stun again from Shepard. However, while they are clearing this wave, both Nazebo is pushing the mid, with Batista following up the rear, and bottom is getting taken out by the spiders. So, while they may have lost to Tychus early, banned for throwing with good macro, going to be able to potentially get 2 forts. Did I lie? I did lie. You're going to be able to save mid. Hots does have... He did take Avatar, by the way. Soul Shepherd going to be here in this bottom lane, clearing out. Batista is top. Hook comes out, does land on the Hots, but good tongue. Excuse me, good jump from him. This Gargantuan. That thing is irritating, man. Well done there by the Zebo. You will take a 60-second cooldown for a fort any day of the week. Meanwhile, Samuro is pretty much all alone in the top lane, continuing to push. PRA trying to get a turn in here. And they look very content, just kind of... I mean, that is a dead Stitches. That's a dead Stitches. Absolutely. 9,000% is that a dead Stitches. He is in Narnia. Okay. He tried to poke, but it was his own undoing. Ooh, and a beautiful stun there from Soul Shepherd. But now Zerdpern has to get out. He does. Drill is down. Steph trying to run away. Did he just silence a drill? Is that a thing? No, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think it's a thing. But he tried, and now we all know better for it. Chris says Steph's micro has gotten so good. All that damn Valorant. Yes. All them damn kids playing that damn Valorant. You know what it is. You know what it is. It's the age difference. We're old, Chris. And she's not. Here comes a big gank in the bottom lane. Did they get there in time? No. But they should be there in time to kill everything. Shogun really on an island. It's a really nice self-peel there onto the Tychus. Peldor playing like a man possessed. But unfortunately, again, not quite enough to save Shogun. Good stun there into the bottom lane. Onto the Stitches. However, Samuro doing Samuro things. Is there going to be another stun by Soul Shepherd? Yes, it will be. It's going to land onto the Nazebo. And a good follow-up stun from Hots. But not going to do it. Meanwhile, Batista. Doing Samuro things.
We love Samuro things.
Yeah, this is this is great content here.
Very effective split pusher. They're gonna opt to taking the boss and leaving him to his device.
PRA is opted entirely for the I don't give a shit what you're doing, Samuro. We don't even care. Whatever. Do what you want. Frankly. Nazeebo and Anduin are going to this camp, which I mean they're gonna get away with it, I think.
Yeah, PRA is just trying to get their objective and their boss in, and
yeah,
it's gonna be rough. It's not gonna get a lot of value with how the wave situation is.
So with that turn in, I mean, it would have been nice to see PRA try to stop some of this. Like, they got double camps pushing. The spiders aren't going to do a dang thing here. The boss is essentially a free clear, so they need to get some damage done here. Hook comes out, but does miss. Again, Shogun Misa is absolutely flirting with danger. I don't know what he's doing. There's the silence arrow, but unfortunately... Oh, what a wall from Steph with an F! And now the boss maybe going to get some damage in? No. Shift comes out onto Hotch. While Samuro is clearing the other lanes, PRA is maybe trying to look in the end. Oh, but that's a really nice Scourge. Oh, the unstop! Oh, there was a wall there! Trying to get out. But the wall said no. In the mid lane, Samuro. Still doing Samuro things. Is there a stun? Not quite. The real one has revealed himself as the spinning one.
Just gotta get that level 20 where all of them start spinning on you.
Is that a thing?
I think so.
Does he have his shade? He does have his shade. Oh, they're gonna be really sad to find out that's not the real one. This is what drives me crazy. I hate this hero. I don't like this hero. I don't like him on my team. I don't like him against me. I don't like watching him. He's bullshit. He's just absolute utter nonsense. Oh, we got hit in the face by a blaze. Yeah, he's out. But oh, look, blink, blink. Oh, he's gone. Hook does miss. Drill is down.
Will they find him?
I mean, they found him, but what's the point? Who cares? Oh, blink, gone again.
I think this is just turning into a Samuro ramp.
Well, here's the thing, right? This is the Samuro I play against. This isn't the Samuro on your team. The Samuro on your team is the one that died to a camp. It's not the one split pushing effectively, taking all the camps, doing all the macro, coming in for team fights. That doesn't happen. Soul Shepherd coming in,
be a bad team fight for
getting into this. Shogun Misa again caught on an island. If the DPS paid attention, he'd be dead. Now he is. However, Samuro's not here, and it's a 4v5, and PRA knows it to go for long. Big stun from the Blaze. Peldor tries to self light bomb. It's not going to be enough. Zedem does gorge the Blaze, but unfortunately, he's going to die another day. Well, today. That missed. Damn. Big push from PRA coming out into the bottom lane. 3 people dead. Samuro is going to do the camp, because, yep, that's what you do.
He's going to make sure that wave never reaches.
The wave is never going to reach, however, the bottom keep should be as good as gone for PRA, who are very close to... Can they end?
They might be able to.
Do they have Endless
back.
Archon?
They have 20 seconds.
Not Endless Archon. Oh, the Toads can't hit,
Yeah,
though. The Toads can't hit! Oh my god, Bear! Okay.
Yeah, they don't have ults. This is looking
this is
pretty
sketch.
sketchy.
This is sketch. Although,
Samuro's
did they just
he's getting CC'd out of his mind.
Oh no, it's Soul Shepherd whiffs! They can probably take this camp. They're all 5 here. They still got 10 seconds. PRA need... I mean, I think next turn wins for either team.
For sure.
Shogun. Huh! Huh! Hutch!
Samuro.
This man is insane! I've never seen a Tychus give so little Fs. I mean... It's just... And I know he's running gun, right? And we can look at his 20, and it's... And he can do this all day. Which I didn't actually realize is what the talent is called, and that's amazing. But we have a blue web weaver descending for the side of Ban for Throwing. This is going to be a very scary push for PRA. They just have to live through this. Their team fights have been going much better, so they just have to survive a wave. And with that Nazeebo Let's see, how many stacks do we got on the Zebo? He does have Vile Infection completed. It is W build. If anybody gets caught into that little ring, it's going to be a really bad time. Zebo is at 196 stacks total, so that's a lot of health. That's a lot of damage. The hook does come out onto Hotch. He does get gorged, but that's kind of okay. They can... As long as he gets that out... Oh, nope. He does not get the... he does not get that out in time. Another hook again.
Hook landing.
Soul Shepherd coming in with a good bunker and disengage. They just need to clear now. Endless Archon is up. It is really hard to end against the Archon unless you get, you know, hooked, gorged. But Gorge isn't up for another 37 seconds. The tank's going to be up in 30. All the keeps are going down for PRA right now. Nothing is left but the core at 100% as Zednam continues to go fishing in the dark. PRA 20 gems away from getting a turn in, and we have entered the late game officially. It's going to be one team fight that's going to decide this game. If I'm the side of banned for throwing, I am pushing with that camp and I'm going fishing. But instead, they're going to opt for boss, which is a little...
Will end the game.
It'll probably end the game, but they see the Samuro bottom, and they see that they're on boss.
Falling fast.
Yeah, boss is dead. I mean, it's just too late. It's not. It's not too late. They're giving it up. Banned for throwing is throwing. They're just giving up the boss. They just gave up the boss. Oh, what a stun from the Blaze. Stops the light bomb from engaging. Now the boss is angry and he's coming in, but Bear is the first to go down. Tassadar to follow. Samuro doing terrible, terrible damage in the backline. Zerg Pern the next to fall. And it was the greatest bait of all time as Banned for throwing gives the boss, kills 3 members of PRA. And Soul Shepherd is there. What Hots is going core. Burden's going core. I don't.
Well, it's really his only option at this point.
I guess. I mean, what do you even do? Stun doesn't quite land. I mean, that is a Zebo with Vile Infection on the core. That Hot's coming in, but there's not much you can do. Yeah. GG's come out, and Banned for Throwing is going to take game 1 with maybe the most insane bait of all time. They should be banned for that throw. Nope, never mind. They won the game. Go to the post-game match statistics. Banned for throwing takes game 1. I think MVP has to be Peldor with the Anduin. So many extremely good light bomb combos and pulls, able to save his team from certain demise. And I would have to go through and watch what happened at last fight again, but they gave up the boss at 1 HP. Boss gets capped, and yet in the backline, Shogun Miso with those Q talents just obliterating the backline. Well fought, well earned from Banned for Throwing, who were down 4 kills in that match and seemingly behind for most of the mid game, but at the end able to turn it around. Bear leading the way in healing by nearly double that of the Anduin. But Samuro Batista just on fire as far as the soak category. 7k more than the Blaze, 200,000 siege. Does this man play a lot of Samuro? Yes. Level 96, lifetime win percentage at 60%. That is a Samuro enjoyer. Are those, well, you don't play Samuro as much as I do. Windwalk teleports Samuro a short distance in the direction he's facing.
Yeah, the Windwalker build, that's fairly standard.
Out here looking like the line from the Wizard of Oz. Go to hell, easy K. Nothing else seemingly out of the ordinary. Varian's Legacy. That's not talent you see taken very often from Anduin. But alright. No map is yet to be decided. We will go back to here. We will give Banff throwing their hard-earned point on the board as they go up 1-0 over PRA. Oops, and I didn't hit that update button. Bam, bam.
Also, I was correct. His level 20 upgrade is Mirror Images use Bladestorm.
Okay.
And if he hits at least 20 heroes with Bladestorm, then it resets the cooldown.
That is definitely what happened then. Because the backline exploded.
He went the E talent at 20.
Oh, he didn't actually... Okay, Windwalk is cooldown.
He did, yeah. I just went to look just to see if it was there.
Interesting. Toad build and Zebo. It almost seems like the more meta build as of late. I think I see more toads than spiders these days. Because it's just a wall of nope. You just can't get through that without taking a quarter of your health bar and damage.
For sure. Quite the zoning tool.
Mm-hmm. Any Kleenex down here? No. Yes. Oh. I have to go to the office tomorrow, and I don't want to. I'd just rather not. Of all the things I want to do.
The office?
They have a 8 a.m. training tomorrow, which I'm sure will be very informative. However, I'm also sure most people won't be there at 8 o'clock. So... But maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll be there at 8. Sure. I will be there by 8. This means I have to get up.
Be hearing back from this job tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sky Temple is the selected map.
Really? Sky Temple. I wonder who picked the Sky Temples. Another large macro map. Catch COVID and I don't have to go in, and you can send me a fake COVID test. Here's the thing. I actually don't mind going into the office. Here's my problem is the office is an hour away. 45 minutes away. That's the issue I don't particularly like. And it's my own damn fault because I moved far away from my work area. So I have to drive 45 minutes there, and then I have to drive an hour north for a meeting, and then I have to drive like an hour and 20 back home. Hour and 40 back home? Oh my god, that's so much driving.
Thanks.
Ugh. I forgot how far that is away. But it's for a good cause. To meet a customer I haven't met before, so it should be something I do.
I could never live that far. I hate commutes.
I used to drive a lot more when I had to go to Green Bay every single day for work, but I'm very fortunate enough where I only have to go a couple times a week, so it's not too shabby. I can schedule all my meetings on one day and burn it out, and then kind of just do my paperwork and all my sales calls and stuff from home. But I do like to watch like TV on the road, which is kind of nice, because it's all backcountry roads. It's not like highway driving or anything, so it's like whatever.
I did the same thing when I was doing high-density delivery driving. I would just have like a YouTube video playing while I was driving the whole day.
Exactly. I watched like The Sopranos, and right now I'm watching Deadwood, and I watched Boardwalk Empire. I'll probably watch Breaking Bad next. I know what all happens in Breaking Bad, but I should like watch the whole show. Emily
thing I
does
wanna do
2
after-
hours each way. You
What's
want to
that?
do what?
The last thing I want to do after a long day at work is drive an hour back home. I just want to be home.
I used to not particularly care for that too, but as I did it more and more, it was like you can kind of decompress on the way to work and kind of get your mind right and then decompress on your way home. Because sometimes when I get done with work, I want to punch something and scream and yell, and that hour drive would give me time to realize that, like, oh right, I'm going home to somebody I care about, so I should not be in this mood.
That way to them.
Yeah.
That's why I do manual labor, because then I can just take it out on the work.
Yeah. Punish that work.
Screw this table. Boom!
Right. Oh, right. I should update the map. We're going to Sky Temple, which has been said, but not necessarily updated. And who has first pick? Team 1. So interesting. This is picked by PRA. Will this come down to another boss incident?
Well, yeah, Pope. Obviously, we're not actually, like, intently watching the show while we drive. Obviously, we have our eyes on the road for
Right.
at least half of it.
See, here's the thing with, like, high-functioning anxiety, right? If there's anything awkward happening in a TV show, I can't watch it. Like, my body physically repels whatever's happening in front of me. So I have to just listen to what's happening anyway. It's basically watching a TV show on tape.
I'm the same way. I can't physically watch the first season of The Office, or I throw up.
Pope, just buy a Tesla. What's up, Grizzo? I see you. I see you. So we have Sky Temple. There's so many different ways to play this map. So many different picks that can be game-breaking. Stukov's taken out early. You have the Lost Vikings. You have Globals are paramount on this map. Hogger is really strong. Samuro gets a lot of value. You can play Abathur. You can rotate very quickly with even like a Medivh. Falstad obviously encompasses a global, but also just boss control. So there's May in that regard too. There's Tyrael, which you don't see on a whole lot of maps, that gets a lot more value here. But also the ability to siege. So Junkrat's on the table, Sylvanas is on the table. Anything that split pushes Asmodan. It's a really hard map to ban for if you don't know your opponent very intimately. So curious to see what they decide to go with here. And there is the Falstad man. Leaving up Brightwing and Dahaka, which I expect to see taken here pretty quickly. Oh, and it's Ragnaros. Okay, well, there's this nonsense, too.
Good old Ragnaros.
I think... Surely Sam gets banned here, right, chat? I can't imagine. I mean, well, Ragnaros is already taken, so it looks like Sam's probably off the table.
Most likely, although not impossible. They could just go full macro cheese comp here and make it a real fun experience.
Hotch says Stitches looked fun. I want to do that.
I like fishing.
Yeah.
Gotta get his baits ready.
It is Samuro again.
Wow. Yep, they're gonna go full cheese. Who needs team fighting when we can just take your structures?
Yep. Fisto's banned here. Surely that is another target ban. So it's a 4-man Ragnaros, right? Because I don't think 4-man Samuro is a thing. Dahaka banned here. Four-man Rag is good is definitely opinion someone could have. I see a 4-man Rag as a DPS, and I go, I'm gonna eat that ass, as EZK would say. We see the Sonya. Good counter to the Samuro. We see Zagara, which can also do a lot of good bursty late game damage, as well as kind of messes with a Samuro with those Banelings. The splash damage can really mess with his health bars. Damn, Gibbs was right. And, yep, that is a main tank Artanis with Jimmy Lanner. So, a little bit unorthodox. You would call this a Storm League draft from Banned for Throwing, but the goal is take buildings, and their comp does that effectively.
Extremely effectively.
And there is a Greymane. Now, I will say, there's not much to deal with a Greymane from the side of Banned for Throwing. It is literally just a Rainer. Without the Rainer, Greymane quite literally runs wild. Chris says, open that mouth. Yeah, exactly. I mean, go for throat here, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Not a ton of portrait synergy from either team. A little bit from the side of Banned for Throwing.
There's a little bit on PRA too. They're all Carbot.
Yeah, that's true. They are Carbot. Are they all the same roles?
Kinda.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they are. And Brightwing is playing the Brightwing one, so that's pretty good. Anyway, our leader in this match is Banned for Throwing up 1-0 over Phoenix Rising Amethyst. From left to right, our home team tonight, we have Peldor on Ragnaros, Batista playing Samuro yet again, Zednem on Artanis, Shogun Misa on the Rainer, and Daicello playing the Rhaegar.
And on the red side, we have Little Barista on Brightwing, Zergpern on Greymane, Steph with an F on Zagara, Soul Shepherd on Sonya, and Hachimitsu on the Stitches.
Oh, honey.
Oh, honey.
And we see a 1-2-2 split here from the side of Banned for Throwing. I mean, this is what you expected, right? Peldor is going to come down on this bush, throw meatballs across the way. Rainer, and they're just going to push. They're just going to push the lanes and push them super hard. Nobody's quite sure where they want to go. Middle lane already cleared out. Rainer and the Rag in the bottom lane looking to get some damage done already. Finding a little bit. And the rotations will start. We take a quick look at the level 1 talents. It is going to be Reactive Parry, W build from the Rag. Exterminator, obviously. Both teams extremely fast wave clear. If one team was to push a lane, who wins? I think it's PRA, right? With the Greymane? I think the Greymane kind of makes up for... Oh, look at this gank here. This is beautifully done. They just decide to go for this camp. Yeah, they don't have a tank, so why not?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's going to be a 4-on-4, but yeah, this is a really smart play by PRA. Izo was hoping for an Illidan.
I was hoping for an Illidan too. That would be way more fun.
Barons are getting that camp out. Peldor having to tap here in the bottom lane. Sonya going top. You see the Shogun and Daicello here on this camp. Going to be getting that out very quickly. And now, this is, yeah, they're just going for buildings. Zergpern on that Greymane. Terrible, terrible damage to the wall. Steph with an F. Throwing those Banelings on it. However, in the top lane, Soul Shepherd potentially getting run down here. Good swap there by the Artanis. Good shift coming in from the Brightwing. Excuse the bad camera work as I go down. So here in the top lane is a very scary push here. 3 members from the side of Banned for Throwing are here. And this needs to be dealt with very quickly. You got to get these minions down. You can't be worrying about doing too much hero damage here. They're going to try to stall you. You just need to take the structure, take the camp down. Soul Shepherd getting very low. top 2 walls and the tower already down. There's a good swap there from the Artanis, but he is in there a little bit too far. The rest of the cavalry does show up. Ooh, hook just not connecting.
Unlucky.
A shift coming down. Batista has taken a lot of damage there, my goodness. Almost dying to that Zagara. Rainer's going to sit on this middle objective. Meanwhile, Bear is going to get top. This is still a relatively scary push here from PRA. Good swap onto the Stitches. Is going to allow him to get unstoppable and get out of dodge. And I think this favors PRA. I think we're going to have to see what happens when the dust settles. But Samuro here in this middle lane, going to be getting that entire objective. The Sonya in the top lane going to be getting this entire objective as well. Any additional damage they can do to this fort is going to be going into the other lanes. And if top lane going down... Oh, it looks like middle lane might go down as well. Shogun Misa doing a lot of work and doing it with very little mana. He's absolutely just a melee minion right now. Steph with an F doing work in the bottom lane though. Really putting the screws. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh, Steph just walking very casually by the Samuro. Like 0 Fs given.
Stealth working very effectively.
Yeah, even on the creep, just does not matter. And we see a 5-man engage here in the bottom lane for this fort. Maybe they're looking for the camp, but with Raynor top... Oh, okay. Ragnaros coming down.
Just barely missing. So far, PRA showing their split push potential to be much stronger.
Yep. Shogun Misa here. Gonna be coming up.
Jim lanering right now.
Yep. He is Storm League Jim Raynering right now. To great effect. The vision control for PRA in the bottom lane is very, very strong. Hatsi looking for a hook. Just not quite finding one. But they are going to be able to clear that siege camp right there. And this is the plan. So, I mean, I think the clock is really ticking here for Band for Throwing to get as much value as they can, because they really can't team fight into a Stitches. And past 16, they really can't team fight into any of them. You're going to have Leap, you're going to have Gorge, you're going to have Greymane just running over the top of you. So they really need to take as many buildings as possible. And as I say that, it looks like they're going to be able to do so here in the top lane. Shepard trying to get the best of Shogun, chasing him away. If there was a Leap available... Ooh, he gets the spear!
Ooh,
Here comes Samuro, though. There is the Leap! And Soul Shepherd absolutely 1v9ing up here in the top lane. Well done. I was able to watch that entire thing.
And we have Wobble Wave going top lane.
Yep. There's the Wobble Wave.
Fun gameplay of Ragnaros.
No Gorge yet. Surprised we don't see any hooks. Greymane is just going to sit on this objective and do what he does best. Soul Shepherd doing his darndest. Oh, there is... I mean, you're on creep. You're on creep. He's going to get him, right? You're going to hook, right? He doesn't even shoot a shot. If you want to take the hot girl to the prom, you got to shoot your shot, bro.
That counts as a miss.
It does. That goes against his permanent record.
Yep. Mark that one down, boys.
So if you have more buildings, you have the advantage. Right now, that does go to PRA. Uh-oh. Steph in a lot of trouble, though. There is a beautiful maw. As Steph is getting run down by the Samuro. Not going to be able to escape is Steph with an F. Greymane not quite able to find a kill. Meanwhile, in the top lane...
We got a Gorge mid lane.
Gorge mid lane looking back. Zednam did get the Gorge. Beautiful poly. Ancestral coming out. But I think it's just still a... Is he still dead? I don't know.
Maybe
There's
another
a
hook.
huge wave in the top here by
Oh,
Shogun
onto
and
the
Batista.
regular.
There is the going wild.
Careful for the throw.
Meanwhile, Reg in the bottom lane, also taking all their lunch money. Soul Shepherd doing the best he can against the Samurai Rainer. Lava Wave coming mid. Boss has been called with one dead. Sonya is topside right now. Can they do anything about this? Oh, it's going to be a 4-on-4 here. Samuro is coming down. Greymane is getting really, really low. Here's the engaged. Stitch is getting really low. They need somebody else on to get on this camp. And it's not going to be enough. Another boss disaster for the side of PRA.
This could be a pivotal moment in this game.
This is going to be...
Boss is able to get the keep. This could be an extremely threatening position for PRA.
Yeah, this is very scary. There's just basically no more buildings that are going to be left in the bottom lane for them. 2-level lead now, 4 ban for throwing. Level 13 hook does mean that these people that are pushing mid lane have no business pushing mid lane with the Stitches around.
He's looking. Does he get the hook? Oh.
He doesn't seem to want to shoot a shot. Okay.
Sidestep by Zednam.
Yep. Siege Giants got to be cleared bottom lane here. The boss is cursed for the Gambit King server. Yeah. So, I mean, now they're out of buildings to take, essentially. So, Ban for Throwing is going to have to teamfight them eventually. Granted, they are up a talent tier, which will help significantly. But Shogun is here in the top lane, and there is a leap. Do we see a hook? Yes, we do.
Pesky wall getting in the way.
And again, the damage just a little bit split, the focus a little bit split. Batista able to get out of there. Shogun gonna live as well. Lava Wave coming mid. Rainer going top again. There we start seeing a little bit more fishing and a little bit more catching. Ancestral coming out. Samuro is in the back line doing terrible, terrible damage again. Steph with an F is going to need some help. And is going to find some finally. And we're just waiting for next objective. Level 16 is online now for PRA. Take a quick glance at the talents here. There comes the percent damage. The Ragnaros only has 22 stacks of his W quest. Because there's basically been not much team fighting to their plan. I mean, 17,000 damage is the top DPS right now in the game. Samuro is going to be taking bottom. There's just nothing you can stop him from being irritating and taking that. And I hope Batista enjoys playing Samuro in NGS, because I feel like this may be the last time he sees it. Shogun Misa being run down. Someone says defend him. But, yeah, he is super dead. And that's honestly, it's fine, because, why? They're taking objective bottom. Samuro's pushing court. Wait, Samuro died to the Sonya. Okay.
Yep. He got outplayed. Good leap by the Sonya to lock him down in the end.
Reg is alone mid. They are running at bottom. Reg is staying top, and I really like this play. Oh my gosh, 2 ships in the night. Daicello and Hatsu don't end up seeing each other. That should be a gorge, right? There is a gorge. On to the Artanis. And...
What a save.
I mean, yeah, well done by the Rhaegar. Ancestral's still pretty good.
What an escape.
So, no keeps left for the side of PRA. they have to fight into a Ragnaros. They're going to have to fight down 20s. The boss could be thrown over again in 30 seconds. Let's see what they do. They're trying to look for a fight. Gorge isn't up for 20. Oh, but Stitches is all alone. Needs a shift, and soon... There it is. Good poly there by Brightwing. And a huge maw. Here comes a leap. Oh! And terrible, terrible damage from the Zagara. Samuro is already split off to start split pushing. Good hook there onto the Rainer. But is Ancestral up? No. Rainer is. I couldn't even see Rainer. There, it looked like a Piper Puri video in there. Rainer was on the couch, and he is no longer in the game.
Go for another boss
should
play
be
here.
trusted. Here's another boss play. Sonya gonna be looking again. I mean, Ban for Throwing is gonna look to maybe try to end. They're gonna try to pull all PRA back, and I don't think they have to, but Rag could actually get into this fort location. Oh, he does get the spear. Are we gonna see the leap? Not quite. And Zergburn is on an island. Oh, what a leap there from Shepard! Wow, really well done. And now PRA in the driver's seat here. With this temple coming up, they're going to be able to take at least a keep or two, maybe even try to end if they get another pick. They see Daicello there. There's the hook! Really nice vision there from Steph with an F to able to pick this. Here comes Ancestral. Great poly, and down he goes. Lava Wave going bottom. The boss is almost cleared out. The objective is going to be taken by PRA, who have all the momentum in the world right now. And they need it because they have no buildings left.
And no minions left.
No minions left either. Oh, Hots looking for another hook. Not quite finding it. Really nice dodge there by Shogun. I absolutely would have gotten hit by that.
Or is going to become an issue here soon.
Shogun is looking to try to kill the Rainer? What is happening here? In comes a shift. What is happening?
They're just stalling.
They're just stalling
because on core.
Yeah, they have minions on core.
If no one goes back, they're just gonna lose the game. They're stopping.
Oh my god, they didn't stop them backing. The catapults. This is all that matters. I don't care what's happening over there. The catapults aren't gonna end.
Dying.
Oh, but did red team get little shots left? Artanis is gonna go down. Okay. I mean, is that worth it? I think so.
I think it is. I mean, 50% of their core down.
Yeah.
The next objective, if it's a 2 altar one, could get really scared for PRA.
Soul Shepherd and Batista battling it out again as the Greymane, or the Rhaegar, excuse me, dying bottom. Peldor dying as well. There's a beautiful hook there from Hatsumija. Shogun about to go down as well. End has to be called here from PRA.
And there is the problem with BFT's comp. They cannot team fight.
Once they're out of buildings, like, I mean, and credit to them, there was no buildings left. They successfully completed their mission. No buildings. Except that one really big pesky one at the end, the core that was still standing. It's always rough to deal with. But PRA is going to pick up their first win of the season. Definitely a momentum builder for them. Oh, and there's a gorge. GG's coming out. Nope, nobody's saying GG, actually. Both teams probably yelling at each other and with each other. But, congratulations to PRA. Again, first win of their season. And now we have a series, ladies and gentlemen. BFT misclicked all their draft picks. So sad, says Izo. Yeah, I mean, 4 kills to 12. Only 23,000 healing from Rhaegar, because there was basically nothing to heal. Leading the way at Soak. Rather surprisingly, is Soul Shepherd on that Sonya. 22,000, beating both the Ragnaros Global and Batista on that Samuro. One scary throw on the boss from PRA, but they were able to overcome. the crazy thing is, if you run this comp that Banned for Throwing ran, you will get to platinum in Storm League. I promise you that will happen. Like, it's just take buildings.
Yeah, I mean,
They were extremely well coordinated.
yeah, PRA handled it very well, and they knew what they needed to do.
Yep.
The invade was exactly what needed to happen, and BFT threw on fighting that. All they needed to do is wait for the next objective phase and keep pushing waves, and then force a decision.
Hotch was on the Stitches pretty passive early game, but after level 13s, 16s even, the hooks came fast and furious, and they essentially didn't miss, and that really, really, I mean, I know this would be surprising to say, oh yeah, Stitches gets hooks, you win the game, but no, that's really almost how easy it is. If the Stitches gets the hooks, you win the game. Let's go, brah. What's brah? What the hell's brah?
You said BRA instead of PRA.
It's Barista Phoenix. What? That doesn't even make sense. Oh, Barista Rising Amethyst. Right.
I thought it was Phoenix Rising Barista.
Phoenix Barista Rising. Yes. Yes to all of those. You know what it is? It's the Batista. That's what's throwing me off. Talents here. Ooh, the execute orders. So Shogun was just going to go int on core over and over again until that core died. So the clock was ticking. If he had gotten behind the enemy lines there.
They just had to stall and not team fight.
Yep. I don't think the Reg ever completed his quest there, and I think he does make a rather significant difference. Resilient Flame. Here was stunned. Gains 40 armor. Honestly, MVP that game has to go to Soul Shepherd. Man played out of his mind. 3 kills, 0 deaths, top soak, top self-healing, almost top damage. He was not that far behind the DPS of the game. And ultimately, just staying on top of the Samuro so much more effectively than he was in the Spiders game. And we'll go to a game 3. So go to our draft pick screen. PRA taking Sky Temple, PRA winning Sky Temple. And while we wait, I'm going to pee. While we go to Battlefield of Eternity.
Let's go.
Wait, were you offered a DPS?
Yeah.
Dang.
Gogan wasn't having it, though.
Unlucky. Teams on the right side, yes. And who was this picked by? This was picked by... This was picked by PRA. Nope, that's not the right team. Yeah, we'll never see that screen anyway. Battlefield of Eternity! Ah! Discord. No. No looky. No looky the Discord. Soul Shepherd.
Yeah, that's where we have our naughty talks, Blue. You can't be showing that to everyone.
Yeah, my bad. All of the shit I talk about. Everybody and everything. Oh god, I can hear my voice. Yikes. Make it go away. Chris says to ban the Sam. And we have a couple of dab redeemers in the chat. 1, 2, and 3. We have Vala banned. Stukov banned.
Should have done it on camera. Everyone should have been able to see that.
Nobody wants to see that, though.
Clearly they do. Hence the redeem.
Oh my god, that's so much in my face. Okay, this is for the content. Aladab. 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 I'm dead inside.
Worth every penny.
Oh, Christ. And no Tassadar. Because I assume Steph just doesn't want to play Tassadar. So, that leaves Hanzo, that leaves Li Ming. DPS seem to have a higher priority here, and I'll shut up as the Anduin is taken first by Daicello.
Been a common theme tonight.
Crabrave. You know what? Crabrave is not, We can do some Crabraven. While we draft. I don't mind. Yeah, good dabs, right? Alright. There's Li Ming, Greymane, DPS priority. See? I kind of knew what I was talking about, right? Very strong DPS on this map.
For sure. That's our combo right there.
Yep.
We're never allowed to play it, though.
No. And Stitches and Nazebo. Okay, I'm seeing if it ain't broke, don't fix it type strategy over here.
Nazebo on BOE. Do you think we're going to see another Toad build?
I don't think so. I think this is Spiders. It's a lot better burn on the objective. Maybe we should just do a Crabrave while we draft every match. No Rainer, so 3 DPS banned.
You should play that game Crab Champions when you crab raid too.
They need a tank, and this should be an Anubarak ban, surely, right? It's Artanis. I mean, this has to be an Anubarak. It'd be crazy if this isn't Brightwing Anubarak. I know he's not super comfortable on him, but or is it Blaze? Okay, thank you. I haven't actually heard Crabwave in a while. It's a banger. I used to listen to it all the damn time, and I took it off my playlist, and now it's the first time I've heard it in like 6 months. Still good. And there's something. An Imperious Mephisto. A Mephisto and Stitches into Nubarak makes this hard mode for Banned for Throwing, but ultimately we'll see what they can do with this. I assume this is just going to be a Blaze or a Hogger, perhaps? Rex clipped me saying I'm dead inside, which... Great. I'm glad that's on the internet forever. And it is Sonya again. Actually, I really like that too. Really strong. I mean, this is the absolute FU Stitches comp if I ever saw one. Conflicted Hots. Welcome, everybody, and your 9 viewers to the channel. Surely, after casting another fellow NGS match. Welcome in, everybody. You're just getting ready to see... Oops, I have to stop that because that's definitely music I can't play. You're about to watch a Game 3 between Banned for Throwing.
Recopy this clip and everyone's got to see it. All the new viewers.
Thank you, Ginger0515, for that anecdote.
I wonder who did that. That wasn't me. I'm Gingy Boy. I don't...
Ginger was you in a former life, I feel like.
My body double.
Home team tonight is Banned for Throwing. Stiv C West matchup week 4? 3. Week 3. We're on week 3. It's 1-1. Next team that wins is going to take this match. We have Zednam again on Stitches, Shogun Misa on Mephisto, Tech Skin on the Double Mage counterpart Nazebo, Dicello on the Anduin, and bringing up the rear is Batista playing Imperious.
And in the red, we have PRA, Little Barista on the Brightwing, 3 times a charm. And then we have Steph with an F on Li Ming, Zerdpern on Greymane, Hachimitsu on Anubarak, and Soul Shepherd on the Sonya.
Northern Touch asking if they thought BFA was playing Tomb again. Which is kind of a fair comment to make. It is Toads.
Got some spicy commenters tonight.
I really do. Very opinionated,
no one
folks.
is a fan of BFP's style.
Yep. Oh, poll is down. Dicello maybe misclicking that a little bit. And what do we do see? It is going to be Legion of Beetles, which I do like to see the additional Beetles to deal with those Stitches hooks. Top lane, wave clear definitely goes in favor of Soul Shepherd for quite some time. Oh, terrible, terrible damage landing onto the face of Shogun Misa there from that Li Ming. It's a great combo she tees off there. Li Ming coming in from the side and almost killing him again. E-build again. This is, I think, the 3rd game we've seen E-build Stitches in all 3 games.
This is why we need DFD and NGS. We gotta see what these other talents do.
Because I've never seen that talent before.
Yeah,
I wouldn't pick that. And maybe rather intelligently, Greymane going top. However, Banned for Throwing spots this immediately, and they're just going to rip the bottom camp. So, Zergpern going to be up here doing this camp. Hotch going in, being a little bit irritating, but ultimately is not going to be able to do much. There's a stab onto Soul Shepherd. Soul Shepherd doing a really good job just clearing the wave. And this is going to be a pain in the butt for an Imperious to clear. Trying to clear a camp, or a wave, excuse me, is rough enough. But then you add a camp onto it, and it's just like, what do I do? I mean, sure, stab, but like... Wait, does he just actually get the kill? Oh, that's what you do. You just stab him under towers. Now you know. Knowing's half the battle, right, G.I. Joe? Mephisto is coming top to help clear. An intelligent decision here by Shogun. Try and help out his offlaner. Yeah, really well done there.
My new code name, G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe.
Gingy Joe.
Gingy Joe. Camp gonna be
looking at an invade or just checking it?
It's just
Looks
kind of
like they might.
hanging around. They could have. They do have the
5 over
Sonya
here.
if they can get there in time. But no, it looks like they're just kind of sharking to defend, or excuse me, to burn. it's hard for me to tell the colors and who's who and who's burning and who wins what. But yeah, the burn ability for PRA is really, really strong. Good shift coming in as Bear has she gotten Brightwing all 3 games too? I think so.
Yep, 3 for 3.
And really good burn. Mephisto's not here. The camp is pushing bottom, getting a good amount of value. Steph with an F going back to tap, but ultimately this objective should be relatively easy to clear up. Oh, Bear is gonna get hooked. The stab just misses though. Mephisto is here now. Hotch able to dig through that wall, maybe get out. She's gonna need a lot of help, but not gonna find it. Meanwhile, Soul Shepherd in the back line trying to do damage. Beautiful stun over the wall from Batista onto Steph. But this objective is very quickly going in favor of PRA.
Still no one racing. BFT opting to clear waves while they wait for PRA to come back up.
Interesting. Trying to get 7s, perhaps? I don't think this game becomes much easier for them at 10s, but I don't know. It's hard to say. There's a stab. It does miss. Texkin is on an island right now. Zergburn wants to get hungry for blood. It's in his nature. It's in his veins.
I think Rayman Syndrome is really getting to him.
Yeah, he wants to go in. I expect to see a cursed bullet here. I expect to see him running wild in the back line. And this is a very, again, Ban for Throwing does not have incredible wave clear. You see the Zebo bottom as well, so this is a very scary push for the side of BFT. My goodness.
BFA, good old battle for Ezra.
I just turned into a WoW player for a second. Everybody just needs to relax with the acronyms around here. I mean, this shield is still very healthy. This is a dead fort. And now here comes Texkin. What's up, Pat Banger? Do we see an engage here, though? Steph with an F crushing that back line. The fort really needs to go down here, and all 5 members are around now for the side of Ban for Throwing. The fort isn't going to fall, and watching this rotation is the Imperious. Sonya doing a really good job pushing bottom, getting a lot of value there as well. Does the wall go down? And indeed, in fact, does. And you'd like to see Sonya kind of rotate top now and try to get an angle on a 4v5. And it looks like that is what Batista might be doing. No, he decides better against it. As both these two kind of shark here. We take a look at the top lane. It looks like Hotch had an engage. Didn't quite pan out for him. Lost all of his health.
Orbios are being served up for breakfast today.
Absolutely. Hotch taking a decent amount of damage. Shift coming in from the Brightwing. Gonna be in time. Yeah, these teams, this is like an A-ramp. They're just brawling out here. And it's definitely going in favor. The armor. I mean, he's just... This is a fruitless endeavor. Wait, oh, I looked at somebody. Now I don't know how to not look at them. And really strong showing there by Ban for Throwing. Oops, I need to be able to see everybody's vision. They were able to poke... Yep, thank you. They were able to poke long enough to get the taps out and basically go through the taps as well, so that the only thing a PRA could do is take this camp. So they're going to be able to take bottom camp. Ban for Throwing taking top camp. They're going to have level 10. Sonya on this bottom camp, but I think Imperious is going to recognize this, right? Does he not care?
He's going to walk away.
He's just
going to start racing.
Walk away. Surprised not to see them take a little bit more aggressive stance. We take a quick look at the level 10s. It is Gorge, Light Bomb again, Durance of Hate, Gargantuan, and what I can only assume it's going to be Shield. Imperious is not yet decided yet. Level 10s, excuse me, are going to be Wave of Force, Curse Bullet, Cocoon, Leap, and Blink.
Full Kidnap.
And we see, yep, it is Kidnap, so Rate of the Aegis there. Both camps in each lane going in favor of PRA that need to be cleared. You'd like to see them get a little bit aggressive here. I mean, that is a Stitches just kind of out in Narnia. He's out in Narnia. Nobody sees him. Nobody wants to stun him. They're just going to kind of let him go. There's a hook.
Oh, there's a hook.
Didn't actually even need the cocoon. Massive damage now. Zerg getting into a lot of trouble. He's going to need some healing. Nubarak is going to go down. There is a kill by Steph with an F, though. So it is a 1 for 2 in favor of Band for throwing. Sonya gonna kind of be sitting around. Don't take a lot of spider damage. Or toad damage, rather. Yeah, look at how much damage that Nazeebo does do. Nazeebo is kind of a sleeper DPS pick here. He does pump. Steph with an F tries to take this top fort. Almost getting it. The Imperius kind of flanking behind and not really posing any immediate danger. Brightwing coming back bottom. Sonya here in the bottom lane as well. They do have several ultimates up. You almost like to see them go past.
Oh, what a hook. She's going to be able to blink out, though.
Imperius is coming down behind. Gargantuan is down again. Going to be immediately cleared. Zergpern, though, getting gorged. There is the peel from Shogun. Light Bomb comes out. It's not... There it is, excuse me, going to connect. Greymane will fall. Sonya having to leap out. Oh, no. Shogun taking a lot of damage. Batista trying to get a stab in, but not quite finding one. PRA finds themselves yet down again in this scenario. Cocoon up. There's the cocoon, finally. Oh my gosh, the turn, though. Soul Shepherd. Everybody getting caught in that root. The Durance is huge. And you can tell that Band for Throwing is a team that has played into all of the counters of Mephisto and still made it work. Not having that leap available for that follow-up CC, though, was brutal. And these two guys top, they don't realize it's alone. Camp is taken there. Camp is taken there. It is a 4-on-5. Beautiful stab and a great cleanse there from Bear. They need to get the heck out of there. Sonya is not here. And they just don't really seem to care. There's a hook onto Barista, able to blink away. The fort really taking a lot of damage. Sonya is still nowhere to be found. This fort is as good as gone. Going to be late rotating up. Imperius is going to try to cut off the rotation here. Oh. Wait, what does that happen? That is a weird interaction. Good good light bomb.
Oh.
And it's a double kill for the Anduin.
Rushing the counter engage.
Steph trying to do as much damage as possible, but it's just not enough. There's too much beef in the way. Too much healing from the Anduin. Let's take a quick look at the talents. Nazeebo very close to completing his Toad quest yet again. I do see Binding Heal. Level 16s are just around the corner for Band for Throwing. Are we going to see an engage here from PRA before it's a little too late? So this next objective is going to take a keep. They just need to get something. There is a good gorge onto the Anubarak, and finally a good engage there. Shogun Misa surely going to fall? No, not quite. Greymane running wild, but the Toads are doing terrible, terrible damage. Good heals from Bear. And finally, he's kind of stopping the bleeding is PRA. They're not going to be able to get too much on this objective, but they're going to tap and maybe look for another fight. There's not really much they can do. But no Anduin means use at least try to burn, try to find him here. There's an Imperius that should have no business being anywhere near this fight right now. There's a bullet. Don't quite catch that. Stitch is looking for a hook. It's currently down. Gargantuan is now back up. Stitches is still looking for a Gorge. 5 seconds left on Leap and Bullet. I know they're down 16s, but I feel like they can win a team fight here, no? Durance misses. Oh, I can't quite hear you. There's a Gorge, or a Leap into the back line. Light Bomb being extremely effective this time around. Stitches finally dies. Steph with an F. Gonna be able to get those resets, but also eating a lot of toads in the meantime. It's a 1-for-1. Stitches for a Sonya. Meanwhile, the Gargantuan is doing terrible, terrible damage. Zergpern running wild. Oh! Beautiful blink there from Shogun. Oh, what a pull. If he lives... Oh my goodness, what a pull from Daicello. Unbelievable play there.
The blink, the pull, what an escape.
Yeah.
And this is looking ugly for PRA right now.
God tier escape from BFT. I had to check, but I was correct. It is BFT. No 16s. 16s really make a big difference for both teams, but none maybe more so than having that additional Li Ming blow-up potential. Clipless grenades, probably for 45 months in a row. My god, dude. That's 4 years since I've been doing this. Thank you, brother. Did you get your... Oh no, Zergpern getting gorged, potentially. It's a good Leap follow-up. The Light Bomb is there as well, but it only lands onto the tank. The tank has been permanently CC'd, but I don't think it matters. Good healing from Bear, and they just need to burn a subjective. Oh no, but Bear gets hooked again! And there's the gorge this time around. The peel from Shogun. Does she get out in time? No, but Texkin taking a lot of damage. Steph with an F just trying to clear. Soul Shepherd running for his life. Another hook comes out, but it hits a beetle. Soul Shepherd, we're going to go on this, what is it, Benny Hill? We're going to go on this journey together. Yeah, he's dead. And now, camps will be taken by Band for throwing.
Would like to see them take this bottom keep here with 2 dead and then Sonic's last limbs.
This keep is basically non-existent. All they're looking to end. What?
They're out for some fishing.
What? No, they're not ending. Okay.
No, they're gonna leave. I'm gonna wait for the next objective, call it safe, and just win that.
Looks like there was a little bit of indecision there.
On the race to 20s, they are winning.
They're winning by a lot, so they can basically just kind of coast to the finish line here.
Wait till 20s, wait for the objective, win with 20s.
Patience is everything on this map.
Yeah, this map is really all about knowing when to put the gas on and when to take it off.
That is a Imperius that is on an island. That Imperius is no business existing on this map right now. If they're looking for a fight, that was it.
Yeah, they've got to find something right here before they reach 20s, or it's going to be a much more uneven
Cocoon?
fight.
Cocoon that? Nope. No Cocoon. There's a stab onto the Sonya. They just need to turn this. There's a cleanse. Beautifully done. There's a Cocoon on the Stitches. Sonya gonna be able to leap out of there in time. The combo does miss, but not the bullet.
Kill.
Gargantuan in the backline. Here comes the Nazebo doing so much damage with the Toads. Bear getting really low and is gonna go down next. Sonya able to die as well to the camp, it appears. Zergpern trying to run away, and it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do so very effectively. Oh, just kidding. The stick is hooked through. Winions are on course. Steph's going to have to try to clear best she can. The fort is going down, and you probably could win, but you just get objective here. Oh, Zerg takes... Oh, Toad.
Run.
He took a Toad, and he didn't see it.
They're just going to end.
Yeah,
Core has been pinged.
Yeah, hit the building. Although if he gets stunned by that, I mean, he could die.
Stitches is getting eaten by this Li Ming. Another hook gorge.
This isn't technically over yet. I don't think they can end anymore. That's a good leap. Oh my god. Pull, not quite there enough. I mean, this is looking really sus for ban for throwing.
Red team's core is under attack.
One more person dies here, and it creates a 3v4 in favor of PRA. Well, the core took a lot of damage. A lot of damage.
Yeah, PRA's got to make something happen here. This objective is game winning.
Yeah, they have to take a fight.
Not a good start. Getting
Yeah, the
removed
spear.
by the spear.
Steph with an F, trying to poke it down as much as possible. Not going to be able to do so, but yeah, they need to take a fight.
This is still 4v4. They are going to get a noob before the Zebo gets back.
Yeah. They're not 20s, but it's not going to matter. They just need to hit a couple of good stuns and pray. Pray that the Leeming damage is there. Going in, digging in a little bit too far. Ooh, but that guy's on an island. That's a lot of damage. Oh, Zerg almost gets hooked. Oh, core damage though.
Flex tape in time.
Oh, the Nazebo has so many things in the way. That wall is killing the... Oh, the Greymane just explodes.
Winions are starting to put a damper on this team fight. Sonya
Yeah.
is up though to take care of them, but this is going to be an objective for BFT, which...
Yeah, that'll just about do it. Yeah, level 20s, full objective. I try to find the silver lining sometimes, but there just ain't one here. Nope,
Ooh.
that was a shade, friend. Oh, and now we didn't get the camp either. Unlucky.
A lot of unfortunate events right there.
Like a Lemony Snicket's book up in here.
Yeah, I was going to say it looks like Neil Patrick Harris out here playing Sonya.
That's right, I forgot they made a remake of that, and it was him. I watched like the first episode. It wasn't good. I did not enjoy it. And I love the books, which is
I didn't watch it at all. I just
Nah.
knew it was him.
oof,
Well,
Tex-Skin taking a lot of
this is-
damage, but
Look, yeah, this is a for sure GG. Garg's here.
yeah,
Immortal.
there's the shield,
Nothing to do.
and that'll do it. Congratulations to ban for throwing. I can't. How do I zoom in? No GGs all night. All right.
There's a GG by the Imperius right at the end there.
Oh, yeah, they threw one in there.
He had to secure the win first.
Right. Let's take a gander at some stats here. GG's all around. Banned for throwing, winning. There was a lot of kills. Li Meng did not die, but she pumped out a ton of damage. The hooks, too much to overcome for PRA tonight. Getting hooked on cooldown by Zednum. Doing a really, really strong job. Just getting picks for his team all night. Where is this? This is picked by red and one by blue. There we go. Whoops, and this one's wrong. This was one by red. There we go. Now it's right. Yeah, Toad's build and the Zebo. They basically just kind of ran back what they did the first game. The Zebo, the Anduin, the Stitches. What is the animosity from Mephisto there? Did I mute myself? No.
I am not sure what animosity is.
Animosity. Increase the duration of Lightning Nova by 1 second and the maximum amount of bonus damage it can deal from 30 to 45%.
Ah.
Unspeakable horror.
Stitches was 3-0.
Stitches was 3-0 tonight. Anduin was 2-0.
Brightwing was 1-2.
Yeah. Pretty interesting to see Brightwing make it through all the drafts, but I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things. I think Brightwing can be the better Stitch's counter, I guess, because you can blink in and try to save somebody if somebody can catch up. I don't think Anduin necessarily makes that much of a difference one way or another. And honestly, if you're going Stitches all night, I'm kind of surprised to not see the Stukov come out. Like, let the Stukov through type of thing. Because when you root it into the ground, you just go yoink. But anyway, I have to get to bed, so apologies to Band for throwing, but I have to be up in 5 hours, and I need to go sleepy. But I will be casting more of their games, and I'll catch them on an interview next time. But congratulations to them on their 2-1 victory over PRA. Excellent match. Gingy, thank you so much for joining me.
As always.
And we'll see you guys around. And for NGS, my name's Eternally Blue TV. I'm dead inside. Good night, friends.